Hey guys, and welcome to this episode of Review Flex. In this video, we're going to be discussing a small but significant update when it comes to Sony adapting two of their biggest IPs into live-action TV shows, namely being God of War and Horizon Zero Dawn. So, if you are new around here, consider hitting that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all the movie and streaming news we have going on this channel. But with that done, we're going to be jumping into this Cosmic Book News article. Writing underway on Sony's God of War and Horizon Zero Dawn series. Two popular franchises continue development for TV. So the breakdown for this video, we're going to have a small read of this article. We're going to talk about these two incredible PlayStation franchises, and then we're going to go over to Twitter and we're going to read some of the online community responses to this amazing news. So at CES 2024, Sony revealed the writing is underway on adaptations of its popular video games God of War and Horizon Zero Dawn. So God of War is coming to Amazon Prime Video, and Horizon Zero Dawn is getting adapted for Netflix. Guys, when it comes to video game adaptations, I think we're quickly approaching the golden era. I mean, with the superhero genre, in decline, I think that video games are going to be the next big thing when it comes to Hollywood, whether it's TV shows or movie adaptations. But guys, so what we've got upcoming, we've got BioShock, we've got Gears of War, we've got God of War, we've got Horizon Zero Dawn, and we've got the Fallout TV show on Amazon. And in recent years, we've had Assassin's Creed, we've had Gran Turismo, we've had Sonic, we've had The Last of Us, we just recently had the Super Mario Brothers movie. So it looks like they're going full steam ahead into video game adaptations. The video game industry makes far more money than what Hollywood does. So if they can bring some of that revenue of game fans over to the movie industry, absolutely they're going to do it. I'm here for it. These two franchises are, the best in the business when it comes to their plot and their story. God of War and Horizon Zero Dawn, the mythos is really powerful, really strong. And it can be done, if it's done well, we're in for something really, really special. But let's keep reading and see what we can learn about what's going on. So, writing is underway for the series based on God of War for Prime Video and Horizon Zero Dawn for Netflix. Although it is curious as to why PlayStation have two of their properties on two different streaming services. I'm not sure why that is. There must be different legalities as to different streaming services having first rights when it comes to certain games, maybe. I'm sure there's a lot of legal stuff that goes on in the background as to why they're on two different streaming services. I'm not even going to pretend to understand why I know that is. Guys, if you have any idea as to why, PlayStation may have their games on different streaming services rather than targeted at one, jump into the comment section, let us know, because I don't really understand what's going on with that. At the end of the day, it's not really all that important. As long as we still get to see the shows and they're done well, that's all that matters, really. So, let's go down and read about these two games. So, for those of you who may not have played them or don't know what they're about, we're going to have a quick read just so we can kind of get up to date on what these games are actually about. So, what is God of War on Amazon Prime Video about? So, the first details revealed last month for Amazon's live-action God of War series include the series will premiere on Prime Video in more than 240 countries and territories worldwide, co-produced by Sony Pictures Television and Amazon Studios in association with PlayStation Productions. Guys, I have no idea who they're going to get to play Kratos when it comes to God of War, but man, they're going to have to find some buff guy, I tell you. Possibly Jason Momoa or someone like that. Is Jason Momoa even buff enough to play Kratos? I don't know, man. They're going to have to find someone who looks the part, that's for sure. You've got to get someone who's ripped as hell to play this character. Rafe Judkins from The Wheel of Time, Uncharted, Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., is serving as the showrunner with Mark Fergus and Hawk Otsby, Iron Man, Children of Men, The Expanse on board as writers. Wheel of Time, that kind of worries me a little bit. Uncharted, I found some parts of Uncharted were quite fun. Overall, it was a little bit disappointing. Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., obviously that was quite disappointing. But we just have to see how it goes. The Wheel of Time does concern me. But I'm going to leave my baggage at the door and wait for a trailer before I start judging the TV show. So, the actual series is about. The series follows Kratos, the God of War, who after exiling himself from his blood-soaked past in ancient Greece, hangs up his weapons forever in the Norse realm of Midgard. When his beloved wife dies, Kratos sets off on a dangerous journey with his estranged son to spread her ashes from the highest peak, his wife's final wish. Kratos soon realizes the journey is an epic quest in disguise, one which will test the bonds between father and son and force Kratos to battle new gods and monsters for the fate of the world. Yeah, as I say, the story in God of War is just, mythic proportions, to say the least. It's so intense, it's so heart-stricken, and that kind of journey between, Kratos and his son, and how that kind of chemistry. They're gonna have to get two actors who have really good chemistry on screen to pull off, this TV show. And I can't wait to see what they do with the father and son element. It's going to be really fun to see that on screen. But like I say, it's also a really kind of emotional, heart-wrenching story. So hopefully they can dive into that and make it make it really powerful when it comes to the storytelling. But let's go on to Horizon Zero Dawn. So Netflix's Horizon Zero Dawn, what is it actually about? So announced back in August, Steve Blackman is developing the Horizon Zero Dawn series for Netflix along with Orbital. Horizon Zero Dawn is based on the video game of the same name, and is described as an epic sci-fi adventure series set thousands of years in the future, in a strange and beautiful world full of primitive tribes and high-tech machines, all built on the bones of old ones, the ruins of the present-day United States. So, the disaster that destroyed our world is long forgotten, but when these formerly peaceful machines mysteriously turn into dangerous hunters of all life, a young outcast named Aloy discovers that the only chance to save our world is to fight and uncover what happened to ours. So, Horizon Zero Dawn and Orbital are on the surface very different shows from each other, and from the Umbrella Academy. One takes place thousands of years in the future, in a world completely remade by massive machines. The other is set in the near-present day on a space station, Blackman told Netflix. So yeah, when it comes to Horizon Zero Dawn, the concept is so cool. You've got these kind of primitive tribes that almost, it's almost going back to kind of like the Stone Age, when, people live in these kind of tribes, these kind of old style tribes, but then it's juxtaposed against these huge, massive machines. It's like living in the prehistoric era, but instead of having dinosaurs, like biological dinosaurs, they're kind of machine versions of dinosaurs and monsters. And like you can see in this image here, this like huge metallic looking machine monster thing in the background. And it's so fun. You can tame them, you can ride them, and where they come from and the mystery surrounding, why they're hunting people. It's a very, very interesting story, and I can't wait to see what they do with it. But guys, we're going to hop over to Twitter. We're going to read some of the online community responses to this news, and let's see what people are saying about these two PlayStation franchises being adapted into TV shows. So, landing over here on Twitter, or X, whichever you prefer to call it, from Jeff Keighley, writing is underway for the series based on God of War for Prime Video and Horizon Zero Dawn for Netflix. So let's go down and read some comments and see what people are saying about this news. So much potential for God of War series. Absolutely. As I've been saying throughout this video, the plot, the mythos, the heart-wrenching story, the stakes, the emotional bond between father and son on this epic journey. It's just, what more could you want from a huge action-adventure story? I mean, everything that you want in one story, and they've got big shoes to fill when it comes to that story, I tell you. And it's going to piss a lot of people off if it's not done right. I'll tell you that as well. Yes, sir. Obviously, this is Aloy, the main character here from Horizon Zero Dawn. She's a pretty cool character. I've played somewhat. The first game, Horizon Zero Dawn, I played a little bit of it. I never actually got around to completing it. But the bit that I did play was really, really fun. As I say, taming these kind of huge mechanical monsters is really fun. Setting up traps, upgrading her character and her weapons and stuff. Really fun game. It's definitely worth playing if you haven't played it yet, guys. I don't know how the God of War show going to work, but Horizon Zero Dawn definitely work. Well, if one can work, the other can work as well. It all comes down to character development. It comes down to plot. It's like The Last of Us. They did a great job with The Last of Us because they adapted most of the game, like 90% of the TV show, they adapted from the game. But there was sort of that 10 to 15% where they kind of added extra elements into The Last of Us TV show. They kind of, boosted the material, added kind of extra stuff that we didn't see in the games. And you got to remember, when you're adapting a game to another medium like TV or movies, it doesn't work one for one, the adaptation. Sometimes you have to change things, you have to move things around, and they're definitely going to have to do that with these two games. But I'm so excited. Hopefully they do the source material justice. I think that's what fans are going to be looking for when it comes to these shows, for sure. We aren't ready for this. I mean, how do you prepare yourself for stories like this, man? These, they're just absolutely incredible. Horizon show just became my most anticipated Netflix show as of right now. Yeah, it's God of War. I'm going to take God of War just over Horizon Zero Dawn. I prefer the mythos in that game a little bit more. But yeah, like they've got massive shoes to fill. Hopefully they don't end up doing, end up crap in the bed and basically, shitting on these franchises, because it will piss a lot of people off. So when will they adapt Spider-Man into a series? They won't. Spider-Man is such a valuable IP, there is no way they would adapt it into a series. Although, come to think of it, I did make a video, sorry, that was my phone. They're making a Spider-Man Noir series for Amazon, I believe. But an actual Peter Parker Spider-Man, straight off Spider-Man, they're never going to make a series because the IP is too valuable. They are going to save it for big movies. That's where they're going to generate all the money. Spider-Man No Way Home made, billions of dollars. They're not going to adapt it into a TV show. Dang, you need every streaming service to watch all the Sony show adaptations. That could possibly be a reason as to why they're putting 2 Sony adaptations on different streaming services, so that people have to sign up for 2 different streaming services to generate more money. That could possibly be the reason. We'll have to wait and see. But like I say, as to why they're splitting the Sony franchises onto different streaming services, that's kind of a mystery at this point. But as I say, if anyone knows, let me know in the comment section. Keep the Wheel of Time team away from it. Yeah, that show wasn't so well received. Why are they splitting their franchises to different platforms? Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm not really sure at this point. Sad to hear this. So sorry. Sad to hear this. So sorry for our loss. I'm not sure what he means by that. So the Horizon Zero series actually has a lot of interesting lore. They could do a whole prequel TV series that eventually leads into the games, honestly. Yeah, but the problem is you don't want to do prequel series. I don't enjoy prequel series or movies because, like, if it's set before events that we already know, then we know the characters are going to survive. We know that there's no stakes. Like the Aloy character in Horizon Zero Dawn, if we did a prequel show based on her, then we already know that she survives. There's no stakes in the prequel because we know that nothing bad's going to happen to her because she survives into the main game. So, yeah, I don't really see any point of that, but I know some people might find that interesting. Has been a lot of time, so no, please just make another project and leave God of War alone. Nah, definitely make it. I can't wait to see it. So we'll read a few more. This will be priceless. You should have a cat to TV shows based on the games. What? Enjoy your screenshot. Get 10 stick. Okay. Okay, so it's just a screenshot of what was going on. Both will probably be mid, going off Sony's track record. Beautiful. I hope a movie or series for Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, I believe that there's a movie of that coming out, if I'm not mistaken. Ghost of Tsushima. I haven't played that myself, but I heard it's incredible. But yeah, guys, so we're just going to end off there. Just thought I'd read some comments as to this news. But a lot of people seem a bit apprehensive. There's some people that, don't want Sony to touch these franchises when it comes to adaptations based on their track record, which is understandable. But at the same time, if you can do these properties right when it comes to live action, then you're going to open up an absolute gold mine. They managed to stick the landing when it came to The Last of Us. That's one of the best TV shows that's been on in years. They absolutely nailed it with The Last of Us. So if they can do the same with God of War and Horizon Zero Dawn as to what they did with The Last of Us, then, they're going to be generating liquid gold for themselves. But yeah, guys, we're in a golden era of video game adaptations. This is going to continue into the future. As I say, the superhero genre in the decline. Video games are going to overtake superheroes, I believe. So, just, you'll see. But guys, jump into the comment section. Let me know what you think about this news. Are you excited for these 2 video games being adapted into a live action TV shows? And if you had to pick, which one would you prefer, God of War or Horizon Zero Dawn? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.